also might even, if this resonates, be struggling with memories or maybe even flashbacks about things, or maybe just things that you're not quite ready to process. Does that kind of feel like your experience? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so our brain, in all its glory, tries to do that, brings up these things, often in a way to keep us safe. And sometimes we have to kind of train it to say, hey, not right now, brain. And we can do this by taking what's in our mind and putting all of the content that maybe we are not ready to process or think about, and put it in a container. A container, a container, container, a container. So basically, imagine like a genie's bottle where one command makes the genie vanish into the bottle. So we are using the container to store the thoughts until we are ready to process the thought. And it's important to, again, recognize that our thoughts, our negative thinking, our worries, maybe even our flashbacks or our memories, they do deserve attention. But it should be of your choosing when you want to process these thoughts. So, with that in mind, how do you feel about me kind of walking you through a quick little exercise here to just take everything that your brain is maybe struggling with right now? It's kind of alerting you, saying, hey, this is dangerous, and hey, we need to pay attention to this, but maybe now is not the right time, and you're actually not in any danger and can process it later. So how do you feel about having me lead you through a little exercise where you can kind of temporarily contain anything that might be bothering you in this moment? Okay. So you're open to it. Okay. So I want you to then go ahead and find a nice, quiet, comfortable space where you will not be disturbed. And go ahead and sit down or lie down, whatever feels comfortable to you. And just relax your body. And make sure that no parts of your body or your limbs are crossing. So if your legs are crossing, go ahead and uncross them. Now to further support yourself in this moment, let's just focus on our breathing. I want you to take a deep, full breath in and hold it for a few counts, and then exhale very slowly out through your mouth. Good. And on this next one, notice how your belly rises and then how your belly falls with the exhale. So go ahead and do that again. Breathe in, noticing your belly, and pause and breathe out. Very good. Okay, so now it's also important that this container has some type of way of being secured so that everything that is put inside of it is kept nice and safe. This might be a lid or a lock, maybe a cover, just something that really ensures that the contents of the container remain inside. So go ahead and bring to mind whatever your lid for the container looks like, and get as descriptive, as detailed as possible as you are imagining and building your container. And now, go ahead and see the location of your container and really trust that the location is safe. And remind yourself that your container is safe and all the contents of the container are indeed protected. And this container may have the ability to transform to be whatever you need it to be at this time. And it can get as big as you need it to be, just to make sure that it has room for everything that you need to put inside of it. ask yourself just one more time, is there anything else? And then go ahead and place that in your container. And once you feel like everything that needs to go inside is inside your container, I want you to now watch as your container begins to close and is then put away in a good place for safekeeping. And you can choose to set it close by. You can put the container at whatever distance is comfortable for you, for you, for you. And your container may even shrink down to a really small size and float away to the deepest place in your mind where it can rest until you want to access it later.